January 25, a day of rage. Demonstrators clash, police fire tear gas. The Interior Ministry issues a statement blaming the Muslim Brotherhood. January 27, Mohammed al-Barahi arrives in Egypt to join the protest. Internet service is down. January 28, Mubarak announces that he dismisses the government. January 29, Mubarak refuses to step down. Omar Suleiman is now second in command. The US Embassy advised all Americans to consider leaving as soon as possible. January 30, Turkey has announced that it is sending aircraft to evacuate its citizens. February 1, Mubarak announces in a televised address that he will not run for re-election. Mubarak promises reforms in the constitution, particularly Article 76. February 2, while Ghanem went missing, thousands of pro-Mubarak supporters armed with sticks and knives surrounded the Tahrir Square.
February 5, the UN said that 300 people have been killed across the country. February 6, Muslim Brotherhood participates to see how serious the officials are.
February 7.
15% increase in salary.
February 10. The Culture Minister Gaber Asfour quits. February 11. Omar Suleiman announces that Mubarak stepped down and hands the power over to the army. Mass protests take place in Tahrir. Churches are attacked in Mbaba. Christian-Muslim clashes, protests outside the Israeli embassy.
Million man marches from Tahrir Square to the Ministry of Defense. The trial of Mubarak begins. Egyptian army officer killed during an Israeli raid along the Egyptian-Israeli border. Protesters stormed the Israeli embassy. Muslim extremists burned down the 71-year-old Mars Girgis church.
Demanding that the army swiftly hands over power, Prime Minister Issam Sharaf resigns. The first stage of Egypt's three-phase People Assembly lower house elections begin.
Mohammed al-Baradei announces his withdrawal from the upcoming presidential elections. Hosni Mubarak and Harir al-Adli were convicted to life in prison. Members of Egypt's parliament have met to vote for members of a constitutional assembly. Second round of voting, new president of Muslim Brotherhood candidate Mohamed Morsi declared himself the winner of the presidential election.
Protests again erupted. Death of 21 people for their roles in Bursaid stadium disaster.
Police forces dragged a protester, stripped him naked, beat him up.